This is a story of a young boy. Takes place after Isa alayhi salam and before the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam narrate the story and he says, there was a king and he had by his right hand a magician. This magician now reached old age. He came to the king and he said to him, I've become old. I can't do this work that I always do for you. Send me a young boy. I'll spend the rest of my life teaching him my experience and my skills and my knowledge, and he'll be the next right-hand man of you. So obviously the magician requested from the king. The king is in contact with the whole community. He approaches them, bring me your son. So this young boy goes and he starts to learn magic. One day, as he's leaving his house, he heard a noise coming from a cave, and he found a monk, an old man, worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal and reading Al-Injil. He's reading the preserved, pure teachings of Isa alayhi salam. So this monk was a believer in Isa alayhi salam and in La ilaha illallah. What's this monk doing in the cave? He had ran away from society. He's in a cave preserving his deen, doesn't want to mix with anyone. So he heard him. This young boy was amazed by the words of this monk. The fitrah that hasn't been distorted yet is always amazed by the words of Allah Azza wa Jal. So now he goes to the monk, he's learning at Tawheed, he's learning Islam, and then he finishes from the monk and he goes to the magician. He learns magic, he goes back to his family. Watch it, polar opposites. He's learning kufr and he's learning iman. And he began to make a habit of this. And this young boy starts to arrive late at the magician's place. Magician is frustrated by this and he began to beat him up, and then he teaches him. So the young boy complained to the monk, this magician is beating me up. What do I do? Give me advice. He says, if the magician hits you again, tell him my family held me back, that's why I'm late. And if you feel that your parents are going to become rough and abusive towards you because you're coming late, tell them the magician held me back. That's lying, but this type of lying is permissible for the greater benefit. One day, as he is walking to the magician's house, all of a sudden, there was a huge beast that had blocked the path of the people. Very scary. So this young boy took upon himself that he's going to do something. So he approaches this beast and he says, today I'm going to find out if the religion of the magician is better or the religion of the monk. So he took a small stone in his hand and he approached this beast. He said, oh Allah, if the religion of the monk is more beloved to you than the religion of the magician, then kill this beast. And he threw the stone and the beast died and the path opened up for the people and they walked. He is now absolutely convinced that La ilaha illallah. Now he's on a mission. And so this boy becomes the talk of the town, and this young boy is excited. He went to the monk and he informed him about what happened. He said to him, this is what happened. There was a beast and I killed it and I made this dua and I'm absolutely convinced that Allah Azza wa Jal is the one Lord worthy of worship. Allahu Akbar. The monk congratulates him. Oh, mashallah, he entered into Islam. Then Ar-Rahib, this monk, listened to what he said. My dear son, today you are much better than me. The humility of the teacher with his students. Look at the person you have become. You're a young boy. If this is what Allah has given you and you're young, what is going to happen with you when you grow older and older? Then he said to him something important. My son, you will be tested. And if you are ever to be tested, don't tell the people where I am. This young boy has the choice of continuing to go to the magician, set up his future forever. He's going to be the right-hand man of the king. He's going to live the best life. Or the other option is this path. An old man, poor, a fugitive of the law. Basically, he's seen as a criminal. No dunya is promised. Yet what did this boy do? Am I going to face tests? Let it be. When Iman penetrates the heart, nothing could be offered to you as a replacement for it. He's been told this in the first day of his Islam. Deen is no joke. You say La ilaha illallah, you better prepare for its path. Allah Azza wa Jal gave this boy yet another karama, another miracle. And that was that his dua was now accepted. So he used to go to the akmah. Al-akmah is a person that was born blind. And he would go to the abras. Al-baras is a skin disease, like leprosy. And he used to cure them by the permission of Allah. So the minister of the king started to hear about this young boy, that he's curing people, and the minister of the king was blind. He was born blind. So he went and gathered so many gifts, and he went to the young boy and he said to him, look, I've gathered and collected all these gifts for you. I'll give it to you if you can bring back my sight. He says to him, I don't cure anyone. Allah is the one who cures. If you believe in Allah, I will make dua and Allah would cure you and He will return your sight. And so now he's got his sight back. So the minister came back to the king and he sat with him, just like he always does on a normal day. So the king noticed, who returned your sight to you? He said, Rabbi, my Lord. The king said to him, do you have a Lord besides me? He said to him, yes, my Lord and your Lord is Allah. So he took him and he kept beating him until he gave up the location of the boy and the story of the boy, and that the boy is the one who taught me La ilaha illallah. The young boy is brought. The king says to the young boy, has your magic reached the point where you're able to give sight to the blind and cure the one who has a skin disease? He says to him, king, I don't give cure to anyone. Allah is the one who gives cure. So the king took the young boy and he began to beat him up until the young boy could no longer bear the pain and he gave up the location of the monk. So they brought the monk and they said to the monk, denounce your deen. He did not denounce his deen. So they brought a saw, a strong man, and they would dig the earth until they buried him to his waist, because waist down is already split in half. Then he took the handsaw and he put it right in the middle of his head, and he began through the skin, the bone, the brain, the flesh, all the way until he reached the end, and he split him right in half. Allahu Akbar. And this is happening in front of the young boy, and the minister as well is seeing this. There's no joke here. Then they brought the minister, denounce your deen. He didn't denounce his deen, he chopped him in half as well in front of the young boy. Then they brought the young boy, and the king said to him, my dear son, denounce your deen. So he rejected. So the king, he commanded a group of his army. He said, take this young boy and take him up to the highest mountain. Go all the way up and give him one last chance. If he denounces, bring him back. If he doesn't denounce his deen, thrown off a cliff. They took him all the way up. He gets up to the top and he says, Allahumma kfinihim bima shi't. A dua in times of intense calamity. He says, oh Allah, deal with them in the way you want. And Allah Azza wa Jal commanded the mountain to shake, and they all fell off the cliff and they all died. So then this young boy decided to what? Go back to the king. He could have ran away, but the boy is on a mission. A mission that is far bigger than saving his life. He's there to save the deen of Allah and to revive al-Islam wal-Iman in the hearts of the people. So he walks back to the king and he enters the palace. The king is shocked. He says to him, where are your friends? He says to him, Allah dealt with them. So he commanded another group of his people. He said, take this young boy and put him in a boat and go all the way until you reach the middle of the ocean. Tell him to denounce his deen. If he doesn't, throw him. So once again, they did that. He got there. He says, Allahumma kfinihim bima shi't. And Allah Azza wa Jal destroyed those people. A big wave came. They all died. And he came back. And he entered upon the king. And the king now is confused. So the young boy, he says to the king, look, you will never be able to kill me. The only way you can kill me, take an arrow from my quiver, put it in the bow, roll it all the way back, and before you release it, say Bismi Rabbi hadha al-ghulam. They gather the entire population, about 20,000, gets this arrow, and he says Bismi Rabbi hadha al-ghulam, and he releases it, and it enters temple area. And the boy says, oh Allah, this is little for your sake. Make this small injury become a big injury that it causes my death and I die for your sake. فَقَتَلَهُ, and he fell and he died. The day he died, the da'wah lived. Every single person in that gathering said, we believe in the Lord of this boy, because they saw in their eyes that this boy was not able to be killed except by the name of his Lord. That means there is a Lord and he's the truth. Allahu Akbar. And they all embraced Islam. And what did he do? He ordered the entire town to be sealed, and he dug trenches and he set up massive fires. And he said to his army and his soldiers, grab them one by one. Tell them, if they reject and denounce their deen, leave them. If they don't, throw them in that fire and let them burn. And each of the 20,000 thrown in the fire, The narrations mention his soul was removed before his body touched the fire.
Your monthly support of $10 ensures free Quran education stays free and impactful for Islam learners globally. Every contribution matters.